Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Lam, Dr. Sruti Lam, and I work at the Center for Health and Wellbeing. And today I would like to talk about something that I've been seeing more and more in my patients, and it's about mental health during the pandemic. So on a daily basis, as the year has been ended and we're going into the new year, we have been seeing more and more cases of irregular mood swings, anxiety, depression, obesity, insomnia, increased alcohol intake, lack of motivation for anything, not just exercise, but lack of motivation to do anything, apathy. And I have prescribed more antidepressants and anti-anxiety medications in this last year than I have done in a long time during my medical career. So today I would like to talk about mental health, nutrition, diet, exercise, and other tips that we can intake during our pandemic moment. With COVID and all the uncertainty and all the financial crisis, all the social distancing, lack of family connection, lack of love and laughter and community and being around people, it has become so hard for patients to really live life. And one of the most common things I have seen is obesity. So most patients have at least put on 10 to 12 pounds in the last year. And this has been because of lack of going outdoors, sitting at home, stress eating, quarantining, working from home, not having a routine, and increased alcohol intake. I have also seen a lot of increase of sugar intake. More patients are just stress eating with chips and salsas and biscuits and cookies and bars and different things that just to bring some kind of daily routine to our lives, but it's not exactly the healthiest way to do. So I'd like to talk about a few tips on diet. Before we establish diet, we need to establish our routine back. When we all went to work, we started our day, or most of us, with breakfast. We had a time for lunch. We had a time for dinner. We went out to have dinners. That was our social time with friends. And now with the lack of that, we are decreasing that. So a few tips on just breakfast. Waking up in the morning, even if you're not going into work, it's still a good habit to change your clothes or take a shower or do a quick 10 to 15 minute exercise before you get into your screen time, where you're going to sit in either Zoom or use your Meetup app or whatever different apps that you're using to have your work from home. So different breakfast ideas could be simple as a boiled egg and a fruit, or it could be a high protein breakfast where you're eating some sausages and again a coffee or oatmeal or chia seed pudding, different things that can actually enhance and give you that boost of energy. Because just waking up, rolling over from bed and then sitting at your desk does not entail in any kind of exercise. It does not entail in increasing or spiking your mood. So anything that has some color in it, throw in some berries into your breakfast, throw in some green avocado, maybe do a green drink, or if you're more of an egg and toast breakfast person, then do your eggs and toast, but then add some color to it, so that way it brings up some vibrancy. If you have the time to do a quick 10-minute exercise, I highly recommend something called HIIT exercises, which is high intensity interval training. There are so many YouTube videos on it, and it could be as quick as 10 minutes or you can go up to 15 minutes. There are up to 30 minutes to an hour, depending on your time, depending on how much effort or energy you have for that day. And then you can start your day with that routine. The second is take breaks in between each thing that you're doing, whether you are at working on your computer, whether you are doing accounting, whether you are actually going into work like I am. Take some breaks for moments for yourself. Living in San Diego, we have great weather despite it being winter. We still have the sun shining. If you have a long break, say a 30-minute break, ride up down the neighborhood, or just go down to the beach, or go just sit in the park. Those will help with one, movement that will enhance your mood, that will give you some appetite for eating, because when you're just sitting in one place or just woke up from bed and going in, you really have no appetite and you don't feel like eating anything. You don't feel like doing anything different, and there is no laughter or joy in that. And the next thing is snacks. There's a lot of healthy snacks we can swap all your chips and salsa with. If you're a person who likes chips or crunchy food, try doing beet chips or kale chips or tapioca chips. All of them have different nutrients in their food, so that way you don't have to just be doing your potato chips. If you're somebody who likes a crunch, then go for nuts. If you like texture, maybe some oatmeal, maybe some hummus. Add some colorful vegetables, some carrots, some celery, some beets, anything that you like with your hummus, or any kind of dips with almonds or cashews. All of those bring in energy, they bring in nutrients. The next thing I want to talk about is increasing your nutrients, not just in your vitamins, but also in your omega-3 fatty acids. That will help increase all the nutrients to your brain and to your nervous system and lubricate your cells. So it will help with anxiety and depression. There's a lot of research out there on how there is drying of your brain cells because you don't have as much nutrients. You can get your omega-3 fatty acids from high quality wild caught fish, sardines, anchovies, mackerel, trout, cod, salmon, tuna, healthy fish that you can either consume directly or take the fish oils. Make sure your fish oils are from a really good company that's wild resourced and does not have to go through a lot of ultra processing. There's also the other vegetarian sources of omega-3 fatty acids would be chia seeds, which would be nuts, seeds, hemp seeds, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds. All of them give you good omega-3 fatty acids. So those are things you can incorporate in your snack time. You can incorporate it while you're just going for your walk or walking to the beach. And then next one after a diet is movement. As I already mentioned, the high intensity interval training, or getting a bike and going for a bike ride, or just going for a walk out to the beach. Or if you're somebody who likes to just do workout at home, do it 10 minutes of jump rope, or 10 minutes of jogging in place, or just going to your neighbors or coming back. Or if you have an animal, this is the best time to take your dog out for a walk. Or you have a horse, or you can go horse riding. There's so many different things that you can do, and try a new sport activity. Maybe tennis. I picked up table tennis or ping pong during this time, and I make sure I play at least 30 minutes of table tennis, and that gives me more joy playing on it, or just movement where you're just playing, you're sweating with table tennis. Paddleball, pickleball, play the hoops by yourself, maybe time yourself and do some basketball, or just throw or kick a football around. Different kinds of things that would bring you more joy, that would help with movement. And the next one is insomnia. More and more of my patients have been complaining of sleepless nights, racing thoughts, uncertainty about the next day, asking me for medications for that. There are a lot of herbs that we can use that will help us fall asleep. Lavender is one of my favorite teas. Chamomile is another good one. Passion flower. Different teas you can also find at Sprouts or Whole Foods, like Sleepy Time teas that have all of these teas in it. A very good tea that has been very high in antioxidants and helps calm your brain is also green tea. Green tea has a lot of antioxidants. It has ECGC, which is another phenol in it, that actually help calm your brain down. Even though it has a caffeine content that people are afraid of, it has another nutrient called L-theanine that helps calm your nervous system down. And what more, it also helps in breaking down your fat and help in decreasing weight. So we address sleep, we address diet, we address exercise. The other thing is just spending time with family. with all the social distancing, the physical distancing, the dinners outside canceled, all the events, all the birthdays that we have canceled, spending more quality time with either friends or close family members really helps enhance and increase that oxytocin levels in your brain. Try to set up Zoom meetings, get creative with different things, or just meet up outdoors at the beach and maintain your distance, but still have fun and time with them. This Christmas, I had extra Christmas gifts that I just sat down and packed it the old-fashioned way, just giving me more happiness, writing long cards, picking up a new hobby, maybe starting painting again, or sewing, or just learning a new hobby with, I've been seeing so many Pinterest, depending on your interest, different kinds of crafts that you can do with your family, with your spouse, with your kids, that will give you more joy and happiness. That is what I've seen with a lot of lack of social communication and community, that depression has been so on the rise because people have no time that they're spending with their family or friends, or just being alone. Loneliness has become such a really bad pandemic during this whole COVID situation that we're just sitting at home and not doing anything with anybody out there. And this can also cause the lack of motivation and apathy. So I hope those tips have been useful for you. If there is anything else that you'd like us to know with all the nutrients, all the supplements, especially when it comes to different medications that you'd like us to order for you, we'd like you to come in so we can give you individualized and personalized different tips for you, for specifically for your health. So that way I'm not just telling you take this nutrient or this supplement, but exercise, diet, nutrition, social communication. Oh, and one more thing, sunlight and just smiling more often or laughing out loud would really help you in your time during this pandemic. Thank you. Bye-bye.